Some people are remarkably good at this, turning vegetables into the shapes of other things. There's a little cucumber crab, and there is a carrot bird, and a cucumber shrimp. And then, of course, there's this sort of thing. That is a carrot flower. But 100 years ago or so, the Edwardians, the Victorians, made flowers out of almost anything. Not just carrots, but feathers and wood and material, shells, even things as unpromising as wax. It was, after all, the age of the waxworks. This is about 80 years old, and it's a waxwork flower made up to be a candle. It's still around, nobody burnt it. And there were some amazing demonstrations of skill in all of that, if you like that sort of thing. This one is a great collection of quite recognisable flowers, all made out of wax. Some of them were made out of sheets of wax that were then cut and shaped, and others are flowers that have been dipped in wax and preserved that way, and they're still good 100 years later. Well, that was a very complex art, and not many people do it today, but it's quite fun to experiment with it, at least the most simple forms. And this is how you can make your own little wax flowers. It involves matches and a candle, so don't do it unless you're allowed to, and if in doubt, get an adult to help you. But when you light a candle and let the wax drips fall into water, they round up. They make little sort of circles of wax. And by placing them in the right way, you can make this sort of shape. A central bit and 5 petals. Most flowers have 5 after all. There's 1, 2, overlapping like this. The wax blobs will stick to each other as they fall, and you should get, well, if not an all-yellow flower, at least with a different coloured centre, quite a recognisable 5-petal flower. 6 petals will do if you make a slip, and it's easy to do that. It's harder than you might think. Well, what do you have to do? First of all, get a candle and take the wick down as short as you can. Pull it off, even snip it off. Otherwise, the wax will flow so fast you won't be able to control the drips. A large bowl of water, light the candle, get rid of the match, and before it has a chance to burn down, start dripping. You'll get a lot of failures and, you hope, some successes. Here we go. Hold the candle about 4 centimetres above the surface of the water and let the drips come. There we go. 1, 2, 3. That's a failure. Start again. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a failure. Get a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we are. A central one and 5 petals. Let's try again. 2, 3, 4, 5. Might just do. Well, remove the candle and you'll find that they solidify pretty fast in the cold water. When they have, you can take them out very delicately and turn them over so that you get the bulge of the petal on the top. And that's a finished flower. And here's a collection of finished flowers where I used white, red and blue candles to get a mixture. What do you do with them? Well, some people mounted them floating on water in the top of a wine glass, and that was a table decoration. Other people mounted them into bunches, and they did it by getting very fine wire and turning the flowers face down, heating the wire up with a match or candle. When it was red hot, plunging it into the back of the flower. Being red hot, it would melt the wax, which would then set. You lift the flower up on its own stem. And there's a little bunch of flowers done just like that. Pretty simple, it's true. Not nearly as impressive as that, nor is it really as impressive as cucumber creatures.